I am Sydalexandria, and today we are going to be talking about agendas, Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk, Candace Owens, Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein Files, 2026 and beyond. Let's just get into it. I have a lot to talk about. Now, I have definitely taken inspiration and wisdom from other videos by Ian Carroll. He is freaking amazing. Ian and I have actually been friends on social media for a few years now. When he was doing the videos where he would go into stores and look at all of the brand names and search them up to see who owns what and see if they were tied back to BlackRock and Vanguard or if they were like a good family-owned business. I was watching those videos. He would go in the shampoo aisle, he would go in the cereal aisle. It was amazing. And for some reason, he thought I was cool too, so he followed me. Even though I had like 1,000 followers on TikTok and he had whatever, 500,000 or 1 million or 2 million, I don't even know now. Now he has a show with Candace Owens and he is big time talking about this and spreading the truth and sharing knowledge. So I am so proud of him. That is amazing. And I also have taken some wisdom from Elizabeth April, who the past few years, she's been the person that I resonate a lot with, and she has very similar views on certain things that I do as well, so it's nice to get validation from her insights as well. So right off the bat, I'm going to leave YouTube video links to a video from Elizabeth that I watched yesterday and a video from Ian that I watched yesterday. The video that I watched by Elizabeth was kind of insight into Charlie and Erica Kirk, and then the video that I watched by Ian yesterday was 2.5 hours long. It was one of his latest kind of dives into the Epstein Files, which he has been reporting on beautifully. So those links will be in the description of this video. That is what pushed me to make this video because they are both so inspiring. So anyways, my take on this whole situation, and this is the first video of 2026. Oh my gosh, it's so wild because I feel like I had been thinking about 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028 for a while now. So living in 2026 is mind-boggling to me. I thought I was going to get more done in 2025, but that's okay. I've made goals for myself that I want to get done when I'm 25 years old, and I just turned 24, so I have a year and some change to do those things. All right. I don't even think I've talked about Charlie Kirk on YouTube before. I know I posted on my story on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. I don't know if I have talked about it in an actual video. But I feel like there was a huge timeline shift when Charlie was murdered. And let me go into kind of the whole story. So my friend was like, oh, hey, Charlie Kirk just got shot. And I was like, who is Charlie Kirk? Did we go to high school with him? I recognize the name, but I don't really know Charlie. And I looked him up and I was like, oh, that's Charlie Kirk. Not somebody from our personal life, a public figure. I've seen some of his videos. He's viral all the time for going to colleges and having discussions with people, having open and honest discussions and seeing their viewpoint and trying to convince them that his viewpoint morally and politically makes more sense. So Charlie is a very powerful person. Like, props to him for going and listening to people and sharing his beliefs. I might not have agreed with everything that he has to say. Some of it, though, is straight up wisdom, for sure. He is a good guy. So anyways, Charlie gets shot. People are like, oh, cool, he deserved it. People are like, oh my goodness, can't we just come together and decide that we shouldn't be killing people over their political beliefs? The internet kind of freaked out for a minute. I was surprised at how much the internet freaked out over it, but I think it's because we subconsciously know there's something big with it. We're not expressing ourselves and saying what we think is big with it because we don't know what we're feeling. But I felt a huge, massive timeline shift. I remember when he first got shot, I was thinking like he wasn't supposed to die yet. There's very clearly a timeline where Charlie Kirk lives to be an old man. But this timeline, we have Erica Kirk trying to take over. We have these other political Illuminati figures trying to take over, trying to control the agenda, trying to twist certain things that the path had begun to be paved, and now we're trying to, cover it up with these other things and twist it and contort it, and it's very, very freaking weird. I didn't speak on it because I didn't want to give power to this thing of some guy being shot. Obviously, it's sad, but we don't need to give that that much energy when there's so many other things in the world. I don't think Charlie would want us to get wrapped up in worrying about it. In Elizabeth April's video, she had a message from Charlie specifically to Candace to worry about other bigger fish to fry than this investigation with his murder. Obviously, the person who they say shot him did not shoot him. Israel got him taken out. The Illuminati got him taken out. That's a story for another day. This is for entertainment purposes only. Anyways, Candace Owens, Ian Carroll, Ryan Matta, my friend, they have been talking about it and they are reporting on it amazingly. So I don't need to talk about it, right? Well, something that they are not aware of because they're not as woo-woo as I am is that Erica Kirk is not really Erica Kirk anymore. After Charlie got shot, I didn't see any posts about how fishy she was yet. Now they're all over the place. But I was like, what is the weird energy with his wife? What is going on? Is really nobody else seeing this? And then one of my friends on Facebook posted about it like, I hate to call out a widow for seeming suspicious, but what the heck is this energy? And I was like, okay, thank goodness I'm not the only one who feels this way because clearly something is off with this woman. Yeah, I don't know if she's a woman. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that body. Elizabeth said in her video that I watched yesterday that Erica Kirk is with Charlie Kirk. Erica Kirk's soul got pushed out of her body. It's not a clone, it's not a body double, it's an implanted soul basically that got her kicked out. And that made sense to me because I didn't know what this fishy energy was with her. And people were talking about her past and stuff. And I don't know, maybe there's some weird things in there. Maybe she signed some contracts or whatever. But it wasn't anything this weird. Like, I didn't think that Charlie would have married somebody this weird. So I couldn't pinpoint what this weird energy was about her. I don't know of her before Charlie. I only know of her after Charlie. People, like I said, are digging up things in her past that seem fishy. There's truth to that. But somebody has completely taken her over is what I'm feeling. It's an aggressive freaking spirit. Like, I tried to tap in and see what's going on in Erica Kirk's body out of curiosity and knowledge. I immediately got thrown out. Whatever it is, that freaking energy grabbed me, threw me out, like so aggressive. Clearly when she does interviews now, you can see in her eyes, like she is, I don't want to say the words demonic, but she is manipulative, aggressive. It is all for this agenda. It's nothing genuine. It's nothing sweet and innocent at all. The thing that was groping J.D. Vance, that was this thing in Erica. I don't want to give too much power to that. I just want to inform you guys that that was a huge part of taking Charlie out, was also taking Erica out too, replacing her with this energy that is trying to take over, trying to control agendas. There have been people saying that this whole Candace versus Erica Kirk thing is a distraction. Yes, of course, it's a distraction from the Epstein files, from all of this, but I don't think Candace is in on it. I don't think Erica Kirk's soul was in on it either, but whatever's in her body now definitely is. I don't think Candace is aware to the full extent of what's going on. I don't think Charlie was aware to the full extent of what was going on, what this fishy stuff within politics was, everything about Israel. Obviously, he was questioning it. That's what got him taken out. But he doesn't know about the Illuminati and all of this stuff that was trying to control everything. He wasn't that big of a player to know. He was too good of a soul, too genuine of a person. They weren't going to tell him that straight up. Candace seems like she's in the same boat. She knows there is super sketchy stuff going on. She's like us to a certain extent. Like, she's aware of these conspiracy theories that are not conspiracy theories. I don't think she's aware to the full extent of, oh, they can, put a new soul in Erica Kirk's body and boot the real one out. I don't think she's aware of that stuff. She needs scientific proof, and I get it because that was me, that is me. However, now I trust my intuition more, and I know how my intuition is scientifically possible, okay, and real. Anyways, Candace is trying to uncover the truth. Yeah, she's trying to make a show out of it and do her thing too. That's what a lot of people are doing. Ian's doing the same thing. There's nothing wrong with that. I did straighten my hair and put eyeliner on today. I'm aware of that, but it's because I'm slightly trying to get this video out to more people, and I'm not trying to conform, but minor things that make me feel more powerful. Let's freaking go. Yes, it's a distraction from the Illuminati side controlling Erica Kirk. I don't think it's a distraction from Candace. I think she's genuinely trying to uncover the truth and show us important things. Should she continue to look into this? Yeah, I think she should. Even if Charlie doesn't want her to, I think there's important stuff to be dug into with this whole situation. However, there's also other things that need our attention. These Epstein files that they have released, they are legally obligated to release all files now. People are breaking the law by blacking out information that is not victim names. That is breaking the law. People will be prosecuted for this, or at least they should be. But I think justice is to come for this. I think we, as a whole entire earth, need to push for this. Give us the whole files. Don't black anything out except victims' names. Let's not pretend that this hasn't been going on for years and years and years. Let's stop pretending that we haven't had this information literally since the early 2000s. Let's stop pretending that we haven't known that we are going to need to release these files for the past few years. Let's stop saying that it takes so long to black out, all these names and it's such a hassle. No, it's freaking not. We're trying to protect Trump. We're trying to protect whoever else. Ian did an amazing deep dive on this. I highly recommend checking it out. Ian and his friends are literally building an AI, which I don't know my thoughts on this yet. I'm very I don't know about technology. I'm not good at technology. I'm not a tech-savvy person, but they are creating this thing where you can literally plug in certain files. The AI will search only those files that you give it. It won't go off and do its own thing elsewhere. It only looks at the files that you give it. So large documents like the Epstein files are great to put into this. And then you can ask it questions like, where is Donald Trump referenced in these documents? Where is so-and-so referenced in these documents? Did this ever happen? Did this person ever go to this place? Was this person ever seen with this person? Does this person have any legal ties to that person? You can search it all. I've seen a lot of memes on the internet talking about, the person redacting Jeffrey Epstein files was just blacking stuff out, but you can copy and paste it and you can get the real file. Yes, you can, and that's super freaking hilarious how some dumbass did that. You can do that with some files, not all files. The probably more important files they had redacted better so that you can't see what it says behind the redactions, although you can make educated guesses based on the context of it. I'm not trying to report on the Epstein files. Like I've said, there's people who do it so much better, people who have been following the story for years. I've been slightly following the story for years, but not the in-depth details of it. I've been following the vibe of it, the cliff notes of it, if you will. It's kind of what I do for everything mainstream current events. I don't know the details. I know the vibe and the energy of it. However, I did look through over 100 pages of flight logs when they came out a couple years ago, whenever that was. And these are my notes from it. So as far as Trump goes, I made a video about a year ago about Trump being our new president again and how I feel like he is destined to. I feel like he is meant to be the last president. I feel like he is, despite the chaotic behavior, despite the wild wackadoodle things that he has to say, despite how much I dislike him as a man and how he disrespects so many different types of people, women, I don't think he has the best intentions. I think he does have okay intentions for some things. His soul, at the end of the day, past lives that he has had are very benevolent. He probably has had malevolent past lives as well. But his soul is really freaking powerful. He can use that power in different ways. I was hoping he was going to awaken to this power in a good way and try to change the world for the better through him being president. Because I know that we're going to get to a better world, or at least we have the best chances of getting to a better world with him being president. How that happens is up really to him and the world as a whole, obviously, as well. But it's looking more like now the way we're going to get to a better world is not necessarily through him being a good president, but more so through us uniting and saying, hey, it's not just Trump, it's not just Bill Clinton, it's not just Barack Obama, It's not just George Bush. It's all of them. It's everybody. It's the system as a whole. It's the people behind the scenes whose names you do not know. It's the people who are controlling the people who look like they're at the top. You guys know, follow the money, okay? There's people, the wealthiest people in the world, you don't know their names. They're not famous like celebrity famous. They're famous in a different way. They don't want to be in the spotlight. That's who's really controlling everything. And then the people who, they don't even have like money on their names publicly, okay? But they're in control. They're in the cahoots behind the scenes. Obviously, that is what is happening. We all feel that. We all know that. The normies are about to have this awakening to this information. They've been giving it out in snippets because they're trying to normalize the snippets. That's what we can handle. We need something. We need chaos. Donald Trump is the bringer of chaos. He makes us see that. If we had a different president, we would continue on with the same normal, boring, depressing thing that we've been doing, this fake thing that we've been doing. That would have just continued. Donald Trump is our chance to break free from that. So that is the reason why I was happy with him winning the election, was because despite him not being a great person, you know, he's always been a businessman. You think of a representation of America, you think of a McDonald's eating rich businessman, right? Like, that's what our country is right now. The freaking poster boy of it. So that's why we got him. Now that we're seeing this terrible stuff that he's in cahoots with, okay, we need to see that it's everybody. We need to awaken to the fact that all of these people are doing terrible things and we're not okay with it. That's why we need to demand the files. We need to demand prosecution to the people who deserve it, who have been knowingly covering this up, hiding it from us, the people who've been doing terrible things to kids. That's what we need to focus on. Not focus on in terms of think about it, work yourself up over it. Focus on in terms of, I know this is coming out. Focus on it in that sense. Think disclosure is here. It is happening right now. We are in the making of history. Focus on it, like watch what products you're buying. Get Ian Carroll's new app, Buyer, and see who owns what brands before you buy the things. Look at the ingredients. Don't put poison in your body if you can avoid it, okay? Research what you're curious about. Research what you're interested in. Work on your hobbies. Work on your passion projects. Continue to improve yourself on a mental, physical, spiritual level. Gain knowledge. Educate yourself. Look into this yourself, because I really feel like these are crucial years in our civilization's development. This is make it or break it times in our civilization. We've got AI coming out. The reason why AI is coming out is so that we can say, oh, those videos of Epstein, they're AI, right? It's the same thing with like plastic surgery and clones. Oh, it's plastic surgery. That's why they look different. It's AI. That's not really them graping somebody. That's just a fake video. Because now I don't even know, it's not just pictures, it's literally videos now of AI that's on Instagram and Facebook when you go on it. It's absolutely ridiculous how quick this happened, and it's extremely scary. Okay, so that's my thoughts on it. Anyways, 2026, we've got a year to really focus on our foundation for the new. 2027, I think things are going to break down more and therefore start to build up more as well. 2028, I think things are really going to look different. Hopefully there's going to be more balance, more clarity at least. 2029, can't really even fathom, but I hope it continues progressing. 2030, once again, I think it's going to look different. 2033, I think, is going to be a little bit unrecognizable to us now. It's going to be us living in it, people watching this video. I think the older generation kind of needs to finish dying out, because I don't think they want to be a part of a change this massive. But 8 years from now, the older generation will have died out. It will be me, my parents, this generation of people who are babies right now, people who are in the womb right now, who are going to come to Earth soon, and then people who are like 70, 80 years old, people in their 60s who are ready for it. They're going to be the ones who are still going to be around, wanting to see this change before they go out. Think about the people you know in your life who would be ready, wanting to see some big change like this, even if they don't necessarily seem ready for it mentally, spiritually, intuitively. You think they would think it's exciting, like they could roll with it eventually. They would have some thought process changes, but they could stick with it. It's that generation. Obviously, they're still going to be a part of this too. It's literally just like our grandparents, great-grandparents who might want to go out before all this change happens, because it's a lot. Trust me, this AI stuff, I'm like, I have to be an 80-year-old living in this, you know, in a few decades? What? This is a lot for me right now when I go on Instagram and I'm like, oh, that's a funny video, and I'm like, people in the comments are saying it's not real. What the heck? That looks real to me. So what's going on? I just wanted to have a little chat with you guys. Hopefully there's some wisdom in there. If you want, tell Candace, tell Ian this stuff. I don't know what 2026 has to hold, but like I said, I know the world is going to be very different in the next 8 years. So I wonder if people who are more straight edge, logical thinking, I need the scientific proof on things, but are opening their mind to this conspiracy theory stuff, I wonder if they're going to open their mind more so to the intuitive sciences as well. We shall see what happens, but I think once people do that, everything's really gonna come together more. But the big message is to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition. Do not trust what you see from the mainstream, but also understand that these documents they're putting out about Epstein, they are legally obligated to do so. So we need to apply pressure to that. Stay in a good, high vibe, positive mindset, but we can still be passionate and apply pressure to the things that we need to demand justice on in 2026 and beyond. Let me know what goals you guys have set for yourself. Understand that now is not the new year. The lunar new year in February is even more so like the new year, but then the beginning of spring is the real new year. The spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, a little different for the southern hemisphere. Honestly, maybe like our fall equinox feels like your guys' new year down there in the southern hemisphere, but I like to say that March 20-ish is the real new year. That's when I started my YouTube channel, was on a spring equinox in 2019. It's been like 7 years now almost, so this is wild. I love you guys so much. If you would like an intuitive astrological akashic record reading with me, please email me sydalexandriaegypt@gmail.com.